How fast is the depth of the water in the cone on the right decreasing when the water level is 6 feet, given that the water is flowing out at a rate of 1 cubic foot per minute? So they're asking us how fast is the depth of the water decreasing. So that's looking for the change in height with respect to time. And they're saying the water level is 6 feet. So that means the height of the water is 6 feet. And it's flowing out at a rate of 1 cubic foot per minute. So that is the change in volume with respect to time is -1 feet cubed per minute. So the first thing we need to do is set up a geometric formula that connects the volume of this water to the height. And that would be the volume of a cone, which is pi over 3 multiplied by r squared h. So now I'll differentiate this formula with respect to time. dv dt, or I could write v prime, is pi over 3, which is a constant, so I'm keeping it out in front. And I'm going to use product rule here with implicit differentiation. 2r r prime h plus r squared h prime. So now we need to plug in what we know. We know dv dt is -1 equals pi over 3. 2, we don't know what the radius is. We don't know what the rate of change of the radius is. The height is 6. Still looking for the radius. And that's what we're looking for, the height rate of change. So what can we do to relate the height and the radius of this cone? Well, they show us in the problem that the ratio of the radius to the height will always be 4 to 12 because that's the overall radius and height of the cone. So we have 12r equals 4h or 3r equals h. So we also can differentiate this with respect to time to get 3r prime equals h prime, or r prime equals h prime over 3. So what we can do here is instead of r prime, we plug in h prime over 3 because that's ultimately what we're looking for is h prime. So now we can use this connection here to solve for the radius. 3r equals 6, so r equals 2. So wherever there's a radius, we plug in 2. So now we see we have a formula all set up in terms of h prime, which is ultimately what we're looking for. So now we just need to solve this for h prime. So dividing by pi over 3, I have -3 over pi equals 8h prime plus 4h prime, which is 12h prime. So solving for h prime, it equals -3 over 12 pi, which is -1 over 4 pi. And the units are going to be change in height, which is feet, over change in time, which is minutes.